There's no obese people at McDonald's. Hi, today I'm diving into a topic a lot of my friends have asked me about. Why do you see no obese people in Japan? This question actually puzzled me until I actually visited the US and saw something that shocked me. At the airport, I noticed a significant amount of wheelchairs, not for the elderly, but for obese individuals. There was one plane, but at least 10 wheelchairs were ready at the gate. And it was just so mind-blowing to see how obesity is so common. A bit of statistics here. The obesity rate for Japanese adult is 4.3% compared to 42% in the US. But Japan defines obesity quite differently than other countries. In Japan, BMI of 25 or higher is considered to be obese, compared to 30% or higher in most of the other countries. So today I'm going to debunk you 5 reasons why you don't see many obese people in Japan. But let me tell you, some of the reasons are actually a little sad. Let's get started. First up, lookism. Appearance plays a significant role in how society treats and perceives you. This is especially true in the workplace. Being obese can unfortunately affect your employment or even getting advanced in your career. Even in 2024, body positivity is not something that's really accepted in Japan yet, and a lot of people see obese people as those who can't really take care of themselves or lacking control. It's a harsh reality, but the pressure to conform to certain beauty standards is so real, and it's something that affects many aspects of our life. And I found it so toxic at first. When I came back from Australia, my own mother called me fat. And I know it's an Asian thing to express whatever they think. Coming back quite whitewashed, I just didn't think it was okay to comment someone's body at all at any circumstances. But I realized in Japan it's quite normalized to comment on someone's body if they knew that person really well. And it's the best if you look as thin as possible with no butt. You can think of like any Japanese or Korean idol. That's what the beauty standard is basically. To be as pale and thin as possible. Since how you look is so important in Japan, I have noticed many Japanese women are so high maintenance. A lot of my friends have their nails, hairs, lash extension done every month. That's one of the culture shocks here. Like a lot of people are so high maintenance. So high maintenance. I never really see people who don't have their nails done. And it kind of made me think I'm really low maintenance for not getting my nails done because I cannot, my nails can't deal with it. Now, having a makeup on at work is considered as courtesy, and if you don't wear makeup at work, then it might imply that you're not professional and someone who doesn't put any effort into work to look professional.
Wow.
So that's something. Next, let's talk about massive diet culture. From young age, people are exposed to constant messaging about maintaining a certain body type. Diet products, weight loss programs, and TV shows that promote slimming down are all very common. Surveys indicate that about 20 to 30% of women are frequently on a diet. Because accepting your body type is not really a thing. You always want to fit into a certain beauty standard like this. So that's why they keep trying. And body dissatisfaction is so common, with a large percentage of young women expressing a desire to become thinner, even when they are in a healthy weight range. I grew up thinking being obese is a bad thing. Like, I've been taught that at school or by parents and the society itself. I really think this is common, but my mother weighs her weight and then tracks her body fat every single day and then reflects what she ate the previous day based on the body fat she sees on the scale. And I just don't think that's the accurate measurement. But the lack of education in weight management is so real, and I see a lot of people who are on diet in an unhealthy way. This cultural emphasis on staying slim can be quite overwhelming and contributes to a collective consciousness about weight and how people eat and live. Another big factor, food portion sizes. If you've ever visited Japan, you've probably noticed how portions are significantly smaller compared to many Western countries. This isn't about reducing waste, although it's part of it. In our culture, it's considered important not to waste food, and restaurants often prefer serving smaller portions rather than risking leftovers. And I think part of it is because from the World War II, people didn't have any food. My grandparents used to tell me they didn't have food. They're always starving growing up. I think they pass it over generations to implement that notion that wasting food is a luxury. Like, you shouldn't be wasting food. They're the people that are dying, basically. I remember back in primary school, I wasn't allowed to leave the table until I finished everything on the plates. Even if we didn't like the dish, we still have to finish it. Until we finish it, we couldn't move. It's quite strict, isn't it? Yeah, back in the day, it's quite normalized. I don't think it's practiced because it's considered to be kind of unethical. If you go to public primary or middle school in Japan, schools provide you food for lunch. I think they started doing it since World War II. And you get a bottle of milk at lunch each day, and you're supposed to finish it. And I used to think everyone would feel sick after drinking milk because that's how I felt after drinking it. But now I realize that I was lactose intolerant, and I just didn't think that was a concept. And even in 2024, lactose intolerant is not a thing in Japan. Now, let's move on to walking culture. In Japan, people walk a lot, whether it's to get to the train station, run errands, or even commute to work. Public transportation is efficient, cheap, and the most convenient way to get around. This means daily physical activity is just a part of life, which naturally helps keep people in shape. I feel like obesity is more of like a thing in the remote areas where they don't really have to walk around, and instead they'll have to drive everywhere they go. And if you live in a city, that's less likely because it's more expensive to own a vehicle, and everything is within the walking distance, where weekly groceries is not really a thing here in Tokyo. Finally, let's talk about traditional Japanese diet. The typical Japanese dish is rich in fish, vegetables, rice, and fermented foods like miso and natto. These foods are not only nutrient dense, but also lower in calories compared to highly processed foods that are common in the US. Western people are so surprised that there's no obese people at McDonald's. Fast food is not as common as it is in the US because it's from America. We eat Japanese food. A lot of obese people, i.e. my uncle, eat Japanese food like katsudon or katsukare or anmitsu or manju or mochi. So people eat Japanese food that are calorific. Eating Japanese food can be the cause for obesity, but compared to eating highly processed food like it is in the US, it might be different. It might have different nutritious values, so that might be the difference. The basic Japanese meals are significantly healthier than other Western classic dishes like fish and chips. In Japan, basic meal is like rice, miso soup, and then like salmon, like grilled salmon, and then like a bit of veggies here and there in a little tiny plates, and that's how we define as like basic Japanese meals. So compared to Western dishes, Japanese basic meals are generally healthier in terms of nutrient values. I actually lost almost 10 kilos after coming back from Australia without even trying. I think some of it came from stress, but others from basically food. And then cocktails are not really a thing. I really like a nice cocktail, but cocktail is not a thing. We just drink sour, which is like Japanese vodka, aka shochu, with like a fruit syrup or something. So it's generally much healthier. So there you have it, the top 5 reasons why you don't see many obese people in Japan. While some of these reasons might be rooted in positive habits like active lifestyle and balanced diet, others like the societal pressure around appearance can be quite challenging. It's important to recognize both benefits and downsides of these cultural factors. So what do you think? Do you agree with any of these reasons? Let me know in the comment below, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and it means a lot if you like the video and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!